What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso, and welcome back to another Black Ops 3 video here today on the channel. Today, as well as tomorrow, is going to be some absolutely incredible stuff for Call of Duty, from Infinite Warfare at E3, as well as all the new weapons, the new contracts, all that kind of stuff with Black Ops 3 tomorrow. It's going to be a very eventful day, so stick around here for all that. We're going to be talking about all the stuff you need to know with everything, but nonetheless, today we're going to be talking about is actually patch notes here for Black Ops 3. For those that don't know, the patch went live for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC should be tomorrow, I believe. Right as the update goes live, the patch will go live as well for PC. But with that said, for those that actually do now have the update, there's a lot of stuff included in here. It was only 1.93 gigs, but nonetheless, it is still a lot of stuff crammed into this, slightly smaller for a weapon update patch to Black Ops 3. So with this, we're going to be talking about everything here that was of substantial information here, because obviously there's a lot of bug glitches, exploits, and all that kind of stuff fixed here within it, but there are some key things that really we should note here that actually were addressed that are mainstream things. So firstly, obviously, Blackjack is going to be added in here with this. It's going to go live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 6 p.m. GMT. That along with the contracts, where you get daily contracts, weekly contracts, and upon completion, you get crypto keys as well as crypto keys and the mercenary contracts for Blackjack, respectively, for those daily and weekly challenges. Now, other cool things added into here that may not be the main focal point of what everybody sees on the surface. There are now custom game leaderboards here, which are completely separate from the online stats and only reflect that of custom games, but they showcase custom game stats here with it. So you'll be able to check in on some of your other stats here just within the custom games that you set up. Another cool thing is that the groups beta does have a little bit of a fix here of it. For those that don't know, the groups beta allowed players to connect with people that they want to follow here, mainly some big time YouTubers. I even thought about doing one. I haven't set it up though, but say if you follow a YouTuber and you want to play with them or see their online status and maybe you're not friends with them, you can join their group in order to see updates from them and maybe even play alongside with them. But there was a little bit of a bug where if you had over 1,000 people following you in that group, you wouldn't be able to connect to online. So for the people that set these up, it would be a little bit of a problem here for that. That's now been resolved and is now taken care of. Now, getting into some gameplay fixes here, one of the big ones that a lot of people may have overlooked here or maybe even heard about a little bit but didn't really focus on was the hater actually not taking damage from locked on missiles. Now, that has been fixed. The hater was a little bit OP in that regard here, but it is now fixed, in which lock-on missiles now do the proper damage here for it. Uplink, the wiggle bug that happens whenever you pick up the ball, there's been some slight adjustments to that. I can't say that I've played Uplink here yet to see if that's actually the case, if it's completely fixed. I know that was something plaguing Black Ops 3 for a little bit. A lot of developers didn't know what was happening with it. Maybe it's now fixed entirely, maybe just a slight update and change to it to maybe lessen the chances of getting that to happen, but nonetheless, that was in the patch as well. Nomad Specialist did have the rejack ability properly corrected. If you had the power cord streak active, it actually wouldn't display smoke, so it would actually look really funny whenever rejack was active, but that's been fixed. And now getting into some weapon stuff here with this, the Marshall 16 is one that I'm sure a lot of people can say is annoying to be killed by because it is a pistol, so it has a larger range than a shotgun in some regards. That range actually has been reduced, so you're not going to be hopefully getting as ranged as much as before. Now, by far, I think one of the biggest changes and updates with this patch is actually the optics and the grips that did get a nerf and buff in their own respective regards here. For those that don't know, the optics, mainly the Varix, was one that was not necessarily abused, but something that definitely did become a massive factor in everyday gameplay here because of a recent buff to it. So previously, with the most recent update before this one, optics and grips could not stack properly to actually give the proper recoil reduction that was what should have been working. With this new update, they now actually do stack optics as well as grips to give the proper recoil reduction with it. Now, along with this though, there are recoil reductions that were adjusted with the optics to allow this to happen so that it does not become overpowered or anything like that. It just brings them up to level speed if you have the right ones equipped. Now, with that being said, that also reduces the recoil reduction on the ACOG, the thermal, as well as everybody's favorite, the Varix. Now this one is actually very noticeable, I think. I'll toss up some of the recoil plotting that I did in a Nuketown custom game here for you guys so you can see the difference. For this video, I tested out the ICR as well as the VMP, the two ones that I think got the most attention with the Varix. The ICR already pretty much was a laser shooter, but with the Varix previously, it literally did not move one single bit here with the recoil. The VMP was almost the same way. It did have a little bit, but it was very controllable. As you can see now, they very much so differ though from what they were previously with the Varix. Once again, the ICR is still pretty easy to control, especially if you know where the general pull of the recoil will be going, so you can control it a little bit. I didn't actually play around with my right thumbstick at all with this. This is just holding down the trigger and letting it do its work. But with that said, it kind of goes back to only slight recoil reduction. Once again, the ICR, maybe though it was the community's favorite to use with this, almost I've seen, it might not have been the best test to do with it because there's not really much recoil as is on the ICR, but the VMP definitely is one you can see where that stands. It kicks up tremendously, and I think that this now almost brings it back to where the Varix was, maybe slightly a little bit better than what it was before, but nonetheless, it is still a massive nerf to the Varix and one that may take it off a lot of people's classes. But I think that is where we're going to wrap it up here today, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, a lot of the other stuff here was filler, bug fixes, stuff that you might not really care too much about here with it, but I wanted to touch on the stuff that you guys definitely will notice come tomorrow, as well as some of the stuff you may notice in gameplay already as of this going live. So that's gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. Do you think the Varix was a much needed nerf, as well as are you guys excited to see Blackjack and contracts coming to the game tomorrow? Love to hear your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, be sure to leave a like rating down below, and if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We're on that road to 40,000 subscribers, getting ever so close to it. So thank you guys so much for the support. Really do appreciate it. But mine's been Nikolai Espresso. See you guys later. Take care and peace.